Good morning, students. So, in this unit, we are discussing about magnetism, the properties of magnet, and how the magnets are useful, and what properties are there. So, what are the things is connected with physics? How the physics is ready to explain about magnetic field, the properties, and what are the definitions, and what is magnetic dipole moment, and how to write that formula. So everything we are discussing, and we discussed in previous classes. In last class we discussed about magnetic field at a point along the axial line due to the magnetic dipole. Okay, so what is the meaning of dipole? Dipole is nothing but double pole, two poles. So in magnet, what are the two poles? North and south. நமக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியும், ஒரு மேக்னெட்டை நம்ம எவ்வளோ பீஸாக பிரேக் பண்ணாலும் ஒவ்வொரு பீஸும் வில் கிவ் டைபோல். ஓகே, இட் வில் கிவ் டியூவல் போல், நார்த் அண்ட் சவுத். ஒரு மேக்னெட்டை ரெண்டு பீஸ் பண்ணோன்னா ஒரு மேக்னெட் நார்த் சவுத் ஆகும், இன்னொரு மேக்னெட் நார்த் சவுத் ஆகும். அந்த டூவை ஃபோராக மாற்றிட்டோன்னா எகைன் நார்த் சவுத். ஸோ எவ்ரி மேக்னெட் விச் இஸ் கண்டெய்னிங் வித் நார்த் அண்ட் சவுத். ஸோ நார்த் இல்லாமல் சவுத் இல்லை, சவுத் இல்லாமல் நார்த் இல்லை. ஸோ போத் வில் பி கம்பைன் டுகெதர். தட் வி நோ. If combined together, that is called as dipole. And the dipole magnetic field எப்படி தருதுன்றதா இந்த ஆன்சர். Where equatorial line. In last class we derived for axial line. Here it is for equatorial line, and here there is a derivation and explanation. Okay, so here for explanation, see the figure 3.14 figure. In the 3.14 figure, there is a magnet. Bar magnet is given. The midpoint of the bar magnet is O. Two poles are there in this magnet, north and south polarity. How many poles are there? North and south polarity. Two poles are there. And now this north pole is placed with a distance of L from O. And south distance is L from O. The total length of this magnet will be taken as 2L. And we are choosing the point C. This point is used to find magnetic field in the equatorial for this given bar magnet. That C is placed in a distance of R. And see the picture, figure 3.14. CSO and CNO having the equal angle theta. Right? CSO and CNO is equal to theta. And see the hypotenuse side. You take the triangle CNO. In the triangle, this area is acting as hypotenuse. In this hypotenuse, we can write with the Pythagoras theorem, R square plus L square is equal to R dash square. So this hypotenuse is taken as R dash. So R dash square is equal to, we can write as R square plus L square. And what is the Pythagoras theorem? In a triangle, the hypotenuse square is equal to algebraic sum of square of remaining two sides. So R dash square, we know that is equal to R square plus L square. Then what about R dash? We have to take square root on right hand side. That is given here. So what is R dash is given? R dash is equal to R square plus L square whole power 1 by 2. Are you clear with this? Yes. Next, this R dash is nothing but line joining between north to that point C. And same distance we are having between S to C. Okay, due to the north pole, this is the resultant magnetic field. This is only due to the north pole. And due to the south pole, the magnetic field is BS vector. These two are given. So you keep all these things in your mind. And then say both the poles having the equal pole strength, which having the value of unit. So what is the unit for pole strength? Ampere meter. So unit means we can write 1 AM. So what we can write unit value 1 am. Good. Have to keep that as in your mind. And next, come to the 11th standard second chapter. In that second chapter, we discussed about two components and three direction component. Did you remember? If the object is moving along the x-axis means that will be taken as plus I cap. If it is moving along the y-axis means that will be taken as plus j cap. Opposite means that is minus I cap and minus j cap respectively. That is given in this picture. In figure 3.14, second picture is representing what we discussed in 11th standard. You have to know this also. And next thing is another one diagram, that is figure 3.15, and this 3.15 is nothing but we are zooming the figure 3.14, this area I circle now, this area is zoomed in figure 3.15. That clear representation is given in that figure 3.15. Now you come to the topic, come to the diagram figure 3.15. Before that, you see this is Bn vector, this is Bs vector. This Bn vector is due to the north pole alone, Bs vector is due to the south pole alone, and this is resultant. So using the Bn vector and Bs vector, we are drawing the third figure, that is figure 3.15. See, this is Bn vector, this is Bs vector, this is due to the north polarity, this is due to the south polarity, and this Bn vector is resolved into two components. One is Bn sine theta j cap. Why it is plus j cap? It is acting along the y direction. Just to compare with 3.14 second figure. A next component of Bn vector is Bn cos theta minus I cap. Again you compare with the 3.14 second representation. Then Bs vector is resolved into two component, Bs sin theta minus j cap, because it is opposite to the y axis or y dash axis. Here it is opposite to the x axis, or we can say it is x dash axis, that is Bs cos theta minus I cap. So when you are clear about all these three diagrams, then the derivations are nothing. And this is most important question. Understand and study. You can easily score full marks in this derivation. And now we'll start the derivation. The derivation starts here. The magnetic field at C due to the north pole is, it is only due to the north pole, is Bn vector is equal to minus Bn cos theta I cap. So what equation we are using? Minus Bn cos theta I cap plus Bn sin theta j cap. How this equation comes? This equation comes here using the figure 3.15. How it comes? Using 3.15. And now from the previous derivation, you compare in the axial, in that we used Bn value, no. So B value we can write as mu naught divided by 4 pi divided by Qm divided by R dash square. So what? Qm divided by R dash square. This is previous one. And we know from the figure 3.14, what is the hypotenuse value? R dash equal to, we can write as R square plus L square. Right? Yes, we can substitute R square plus L square whole power 1 by 2, that is R dash value. Okay, and now see the next step. And next step is for south polarity. For south polarity, the magnetic field is Bs vector is equal to, using 3.15 diagram, minus Bs cos theta I cap minus Bs sin theta j cap. We are combining, we are adding the two components using figure 3.15. It is very easy combination. We are adding this, already we used this method in 11th standard itself. So Bs is equal to, this is previous formula. So before this topic, we discussed this formula, mu naught divided by 4 pi Qm divided by R dash square. And using the two equations 3.15 and 3.16, the net magnetic field at point C due to the dipole is, we are adding the two. B vector is equal to Bn vector plus Bs vector. So what is the formula? B vector is equal to Bn vector plus Bs vector. Then we are adding the two. While adding, in both the equations, Bs sin theta j cap will get cancelled. Okay. And the remaining is we are getting minus Bn cos theta I cap minus Bs cos theta I cap. So in that, common is cos theta I cap, we are taken out, and the equation will become minus Bn plus Bs cos theta I cap. And say both the pole having the equal pole strength, then we can write Bn is equal to Bs. When Bn is equal to Bs, this term will become equal Bn plus Bs, then it will become 2Bn or 2Bs. Am I right? How we can write this? 2Bn or 2Bs. Then we are substituting the Bn or Bs value. So where is Bn and Bs? This is Bs no, and Bn is also same, that we are substituting in this equation. Then we can write 2 mu naught divided by 4 pi minus with minus qm divided by r dash square, and here cos theta I cap is that we are substituting, that we are writing here. Then altering the equation, what is r dash square? From figure 3.14, there is r dash value. Then we are writing the equation minus 2 mu naught divided by 4 pi qm divided by r square plus f square cos theta I cap. This is equation number 3.17. And in this equation 3.17, we have to substitute the cos theta value. For that, we are using the right angle triangle NOC from figure 3.14. So check 3.14, we are choosing what triangle? NOC. There we are using cos theta formula, adjacent by hypotenuse. From the diagram we can write what is hypotenuse? R dash. What is adjacent? That length from O to N or O to S. No. Then here it is O to N. Then we can write L divided by R dash. Then we are substituting the R dash from that, we can write from that equation. Figure 3.14. L divided by R square plus L square whole power 1 by 2. Okay. Sorry, clear? Then we are substituting this cos theta or equation number 3.18 in equation number 3.17. So after substituting that, we are getting the equation as B vector is equal to minus mu naught 4 pi qm. So this 2, at first we are having on 2, no, that 2 will combine with the L. Cos theta or L வருது, அதை combine பண்ணுறோம், உள்ள எடுத்துட்டு போயிடும் 2. Then 2L ஒரு term ஆகும், divided by r square plus L square. So already equation r square plus L square இருக்கு, that is power 1. இப்போ cos theta ஒரு r square plus L square whole power 1 by 2 இருக்கு, ரெண்டையும் combine பண்ணோம்னா that is power 3 by 2. And what is the direction? It is I cap direction. Okay, that is minus I cap direction. This is what? Equation number 3.19. So from the equation 3.19, we are substituting the formula for dipole moment, that is magnitude of dipole moment, that we can write as Pm vector, mod Pm vector is equal to Pm. So what is the definition? So in magnet, totally 2 pole strengths are there. In that, any one pole strength will be taken into distance between the 2 poles. So what is the distance between the 2 poles? From the midpoint of the magnet to one pole is L. Then between the 2 poles, that we can write as 2L. Then we can write the formula Qm into 2L. That we are substituting in 3.19. Then the equation will become B equatorial vector is equal to minus mu naught divided by 4 pi. So instead of Qm into 2L, we can substitute this Pm. Okay, this Pm will become, instead of Qm by 2L from 3.19 equation, I cap divided by r square plus L square whole power 3 by 2. Okay, and next we are going to give one consideration in this equation 3.20, where we are giving consideration in equation 3.20. So based on equation 3.30, okay, so based on that equation, what equation? It is given here 3.20. We are giving on consideration. What means? See this diagram, figure 3.1 for first diagram. So what is R? The distance between midpoint of the bar magnet to the point which we selected. that is R. And what is L? The length between midpoint of the bar magnet to any one of the pole. So for this equation 3.20, we are going to give one thing. Say we are choosing the point C is with a large distance. So R is taken as large. Okay, we are choosing the distance of R is very, very high. This R will be compared with this L. Say L value is very minimum because we are chosen small bar magnet. So R value is maximum, L value is minimum. So when we are comparing this, L will be negligible. So R stands here. What is negligible here? L is negligible because R is greater distance. So with the greater distance, L is negligible, and this equation 3.20 will become R square plus L square whole power 3 by 2 is there now. In this, L square will be removed. Then we will get as R cube. If L square is removed, only R square whole power 3 by 2 is there. Square and by 2 will get cancelled. Then this answer will become R cube. We are substituting this R cube in equation number 3.20. After substituting in the 3.20, we are getting the altered equation as B vector equatorial is equal to minus mu naught divided by 4 pi Pm I cap divided by R cube. Right? Yes. Next, we are giving the direction. Pm I cap is nothing but Pm vector that is given here, that we are substituted in this equation, previous equation. Then B vector equatorial will become minus mu naught divided by 4 pi Pm vector divided by R cube. Okay, this is the value of magnetic field when the dipole is placed on point, and this point we selected in the equatorial line, and say this equation number 3.22 is answer for magnetic field due to the magnetic dipole. Okay, and you keep in your mind this equation 3.22. What is the equation? Minus mu naught divided by 4 pi Pm vector divided by R cube. And now you go to the previous topic in page number 136. See the equation 3.14. B vector axial is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi 2 Pm vector divided by R cube. So here minus, in that equatorial there is a minus, and the difference, another one difference is this 2. Then we can write this B magnetic field axial is 2 times of the magnitude of magnetic field of equatorial. Okay, in axial the equation is mu naught by 4 pi 2 by R cube Pm. This equatorial equation is mu naught by 4 pi Pm vector divided by R cube. So this axial is twice as compared to the equatorial. Okay, this is comparison between the axial and equatorial. I hope you understood this answer for equatorial and axial line. And this question you can take as homework, and it is most important and easy 5-mark question. You mark this answer, and you thorough this, write in your class homework note without seeing the answer. If any doubt, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Okay, and this answer is from the topic consider a bar magnet NS shown, and this picture, then figure 3.15 up to the answer before 3.6. Next page, before 3.6 up to opposite. This is the answer for this question for equatorial. Thorough this and send as photocopy through WhatsApp to my personal window. And remaining topics we'll discuss in upcoming classes. Okay, thank you, students.